to choose the case. I mean, for example, if I feel there is a case, for example, I'll give you a better example. Somebody comes and says, I'm a gay, okay, and I want you to protect me. I will not protect him. I will not harm him.
Yeah, but then I will not.
Because according to me, what he is doing, according to me, he's mariz. His mariz means he needs attention, whether it's psychiatric or whether it's he needs attention to cure whatever problems he has. This is my belief. Maybe according to him it is wrong. Okay? This is his belief. That is my belief. So I am in Indian Constitution. I'm allowed according to Article 21. You're a student. So basically, I have the right to have my own belief, right, according to my faith. So I, as a person, will choose the case which I think is correct in according to my views. Okay, this is very clearly, okay, like if I'm not there to fight cases for gay. Okay, so that is the clarity that I should have. Secondly, the second. Allah says in the Holy Quran, Allah says Allah does not forbid you. For what? Allah does not forbid you for those two categories. One, those who do not fight you in the name of religion, and two, those who do not drag you out of your houses. Allah says, what should you do with them? Allah says, be merciful with them. Allah says in the Quran, bir, Allah has used the word of bir. Be kind and be merciful with them. And then Allah says again, what? And do justice with them. Allah says in the Holy Quran, and Allah loves those who do justice. In this ayat, Allah says, even with non-Muslims, those who do not practice your faith, Allah has given two orders. One, be merciful, be kind with them. Two, do justice with them. Allah says in the Quran, even if your enemies are in front of you, do not cross the limit. And then Allah again says, Allah loves those who do justice. Allah does not love those who do not do justice. So even with the enemies, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, be just with them. Even when Fir'aun went to Musa, when Musa went to Fir'aun was standing there. It was his darbar. He was the powerful person. Allah says in the Quran, Musa, speak to him with a soft tone. So Allah has given the command, even against the enemies, Allah has given the command of what should be our ethics and what should be our role. So we live in a constitution of India which gives us the right to practice our religion. Okay, so we can practice our religion. We practice our religion doesn't mean that, for example, somebody comes and says कि मुझे टीका लगा लो. Okay, टीका लगा लो is following their religion, not respecting their religion. Okay, constitution says we should respect the religion, not follow the religion. I do not expect them to follow our religion and vice versa as well, right? So I have the right to practice my religion, they have the right to practice their own religion. But the overall कानून जो है वो क्या है? The role of the Prophet is to create justice. And if you are working law, for example, there are thousands of cases, whether they are rapes, whether they are oppression to Dalits, whether they are oppression to the lower caste. There are so many problems in the Indian society, which is common human problems that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to fight, right? So there is corruption. So maybe 1 or 2% of the cases might be such that, okay, that might contradict Islam. But there are 95% of the cases like oppression, like rape, like doing injustice, like caste system. There are thousands of cases, bribes. 90% of the cases you'll see, okay, Islam says it is not allowed. Murder is not allowed, oppression is not allowed, oppression on women is not allowed. So there are 90% of the cases which are common, and as a lawyer, I need to fight them. And I need to fight them as an ibadah. So when I go to the court, when I go to the masjid, it is ibadah. When I go to the court, it is also ibadah. Because I'm fighting for the cause of God. So wherever I live, my life is for Allah. Whether it is court, whether it is in Islam, when you say I love you to your wife, it is ibadah. When you sit with your wife and just have food, Allah says the sawab of that food is equivalent to having umrah in Makkah. So in Islam, you are never ever out of the zone of ibadah. Whether you are at home, whether you are in office, or whether you are in college. Everywhere you have Islam, inshallah. Thank you very much. Sorry for taking so much time. Remember in duas इंशाल्लाह. मेरा नाम ज़मीर अब्बास जाफरी है. इंशाल्लाह आप लोगों से मिलके काफी खुशी हुई. दुआओं में याद रखिएगा इंशाल्लाह. माजरत चाहता हूँ वक्त के लिए दोबारा. खुदा हाफिज़. इल्तमास